Okay, then are we ready? Are you in your sleeping position already? No. Okay, not yet. Let's see how long it takes. Okay, that's a map of Germany. Yeah. Not a real detailed map. You can see some of the cities, you can see some of the neighbors. Let's compare Germany to Indonesia. How big do you think Germany is compared to Indonesia?
That is smaller than Indonesia.
Smaller? Okay. It's around the size of Kalimantan Island, okay? So you can imagine. It's really small compared to Indonesia. How many citizens do you have in Indonesia? Around 300 million, okay, that's very optimistic. Yeah. Maybe around 240, 250 million. Germany has 83. So all of Central Europe, they are the most students. You can take a seat, make yourself comfortable, drinks will be delivered soon. Do you know any of the cities already? Maybe German cities you ever heard about? Like Berlin, the capital. Hamburg, okay. It's one of the biggest. Frankfurt, maybe. Some of the guys, if you like football, you know Bayern München, Champions League. München, it's a beautiful, nice city, but it's crazy expensive. The rest of Germany, we make fun about Munich because it's absurdly expensive. For example, students who study in Munich, they pay for apartment, for a one-bedroom apartment, the same price you can rent a whole house with 2 levels in other cities. That's how expensive Munich is. Okay, Poland, not important. Czech Republic, you know, all of them part of Germany. Austria. You know anything about Austria? Not really. Austria, not with kangaroos. Yeah. Switzerland. Famous for 3 things. The banks. Okay, for watches. Like what brands do you know? Swatch. Swatch is the owner of Rolex. Yeah, but there are other brands like Patek Philippe. One watch costs like $400,000. Yeah, that's why they came to Belgium. They hear people talking French, so they assume they are French. Yeah, but the real French fries are from Belgium and they are super delicious. And this little useless country called the Netherlands. In Germany, we call them the cheeseheads. Cheesehead. Yeah, because they produce a lot of cheese. That's all. You have a little history with them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, please. Okay. That's my hometown. Anyone who wants to try to pronounce it correctly? Okay, not bad, not bad. In Germany, we have the same alphabet like in Indonesia. The pronunciation is also very similar. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. In Indonesia, Q. Germany, Q. R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Y und Z. same alphabet, very similar pronunciation, not like English. Yeah, but we have some special letters, like this one, who looks like a B, but it's actually SZ. Now it's not used anymore. Yeah, it's written with two S. Then we have letters like an A with two dots, O with two dots, and U with two dots. A with two dots, you already know the pronunciation because it's very similar with the English one. O with two dots, now it gets funny. U with two dots. In Eastern Germany, they use a lot of sounds like Gänsefleisch. It's depending on the accent, it sounds really funny to all the Germans. So the pronunciation of my city is Nuremberg. It's an old city. It's almost 1,000 years old. Maybe you know about European history. When they start building castles, they also build a big wall around it, yeah, to protect themselves against each other. The city wall in my city is still fully intact. This wall is almost 1,000 years old. You can still see the towers. You can still visit all of these places. The houses with the red beams, yeah, those red beams are made from wood. Yeah, so the old traditional houses were built from stone, wood, and clay, and straw. Yeah, not straws for drinking, yeah, but the straws that left over from grain. They were incorporated. Now you use metal for building houses. Metal and concrete. Old school metal, straw. Some of these houses are over 400-500 years old. They are still used for restaurants, maybe small museums, small hotels, hostels. There are special hotels for cheap, for students. What do you think? What kind of building is this? There are many banks inside. There's a bookstore inside. There is a mall inside, but it's not a mall. There are many restaurants inside, but it's not a restaurant. It's a train station. Yeah. Why are you late? Why are you late?
No, because I'm in.
You missed the train. You fall asleep.
No.
Please.
Yes, no, thank you, sir.
Where do I stop? Okay. That's a train station, yeah. Maybe German's oldest train station. How many train tracks? You can sit here, it's okay.
Okay, you can sit.
I'm sorry, the coffee's already empty. So let's say in Germany, in every city we have multiple train stations, and every city has a main train station. How many train tracks do you have in the big Surabaya train station?
6.
2 or 3. Okay, let's say 6.
Yeah, 6. Jadi full is 6.
Okay, let's be. This one has 24 because public transportation is very important in Germany. The gasoline, benzene is very, very expensive in Germany, right? Right. That's why many people who live in the village, they park their car in the train station in the village, which usually only has 2 train tracks, and then they drive by train into the city, and then they work in the city, maybe in a factory or in an office. Okay. Those are German taxis. There is only one brand of taxi, so all have the same color, right? In Indonesia, you have multiple colors, right? You have blue bird, and you have the black bird, you have silver bird. In Germany, every taxi, they just have one color. Okay, because Germany is not an island. Yeah, we have a lot of neighbors. You can travel by train to other countries too. For example, you can buy a ticket in the night train. Yeah, you can sleep there. You can drive to Paris, Madrid, to Czech Republic, right? Barcelona, Amsterdam. What's that? One tip, it's not Hogwarts. Yeah. It's a castle. Who usually lives in a castle? I think king, the king, not Burger King, yeah, but king. King, queen, prince, princess, monarchy. Yeah, but in Germany, there is no official monarchy. Yeah, so most of the castles are museums. How many castles do you think are there in Germany? 20, 30, almost 20, yeah, but 25,000. Not all look like that. Some of them are destroyed, they are in ruins, but you can still visit. Most of them are museums. You can buy a castle in Germany. You can buy a castle for €1. €1, which is around 17,000 rupiah. You can buy a castle. But if you buy a castle, yeah, then you have to renovate it, yeah, and then you have to make it, you can make it into a hotel or maybe into a museum, and then you can get money from it. But you can buy it for €1. It's no joke. You can really look it up. And let's buy one together, make a big hotel. Many of those castles are also used. You cannot call it hotel, but it's a hostel. Yeah, this means schools can rent rooms in this place, and then the classes can stay there for 4 or 5 days, can explore the area. It's really fun activity. This also still in the city center. Very old buildings. What can you see? Tell me. What about the river? Different with Indonesia.
Clean.
I don't know, it looks very green, right? So I wouldn't drink it, okay? But if you want to catch fish, you can catch fish, yeah? You will not catch sandal or diapers. But it's very green, it not looks appetizing. This is the old city wall. You can still visit it. And for free. This place up, this is the castle you can see from downstairs. Those are some of the old restaurants, historical buildings. You can eat there, you can take a rest after walking, drink a beer. Different with Indonesia. Most of Germans and Europeans, we not like, but we love to walk or use bicycle. How about in Indonesia? In Germany and Europe, I love, but in Indonesia, no, thank you. It's too hot and too humid. Yeah. Maybe in the morning at 4, before the sun comes out, okay, it's not too hot. But in Europe, oftentimes the weather is under 20 degrees, so you don't start to sweat just by walking. That's also in the city center of my city. The old city center, it's famous in Germany. They call it's the open air mall. Because there are so many shops, like clothing shops, all different kinds of shops in a very close proximity, in very close area. So people from other cities go there at the weekend, just for walking around 2-3 hours, looking at old buildings and shopping. Those are the most roads in Germany look like this. So you have the street for the cars, then you have special street for the bicycles, and then for the walking people. And because it's not hot, it's very comfortable to walk. Would you believe that the German highway toll, or in German Autobahn, attracts many tourists from around the world? Many people from around the world visit the German highway. Inside the city, the speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour. Then the country roads, not like country road, take me home, different. These are connecting roads between the bigger cities. The tempo limit is 100. Most of the highway, the tempo limit is 120. But over 57% of German highways, they don't have tempo limit. So it's legal to drive as fast as your car can. For comparison, my city is 150 kilometers away from Munich. My friend invited me to drive in his new car from Nuremberg to Munich for visiting, I don't remember, it's so long time ago. I don't know, football game in Munich Arena or a concert. 150 kilometers, we took 32 minutes. And it was legal. You don't need to look out, the police, slow. No, it's legal. No speeding limit. That's why many people from Japan, Australia, USA, they go to Germany for a couple days, then they rent cars like Mercedes AMG or Porsche, stuff like that, Audi, RS4, RS6, the fast ones, of course, and then full speed. For comparison, Germany has the size of Kalimantan, but the kilometers, the amount of highway is 13,000 kilometers. In whole of Indonesia, it's around 2,800 kilometers. So there's a lot of highway in Germany. One reason is we started to build highways around 1940. One famous person from Austria started to build highways in Germany. He was a painter, very famous and good artist. Not famous artist, but a good painter. Do you know who it was? Not Leonardo da Vinci, Adolf Hitler.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a painter.
But he
Yeah.
was failed.
A failed painter, yeah.
Yeah.
Still a painter. He has a lot of good paintings. Okay. Famous landmarks. In Indonesia, you also have your famous landmarks, yeah, like the Temple of Borobudur, the Monas in Jakarta, a lot of temples in Bali, in the center of Bali, very famous landmarks. We also have some. Schloss Neuschwanstein in Germany. That's also a museum. And you can visit almost every room. Students can go there very cheap. When I was in 8th grade, we been to this place. We've seen people from Japan and all over the world go there. That's the Brandenburg Gate. So famous, nice to look at. In this street there are a lot of embassies from other countries. That's not a castle, that's a cathedral. Church are actually smaller, but cathedral are the big impressive ones. Those you can actually rent for your wedding. Yeah. Many people, like famous people, because they have a lot of guests, they can rent this, and it's actually not that expensive. I don't know. I don't know exactly. You can call and ask. Hello? It's in the city of Köln. In English they say Cologne. Maybe you ever hear about Eau de Cologne? Yeah. The male fragrance. It's started there. Because maybe some people don't like to shower, so they put a lot of Eau de Cologne. Weirdos. Because maybe that's interesting for you, because a lot of you are Muslim. What about Islam in Germany? Germany is an immigration nation. Yeah? More than 25% of people living in Germany are immigrants. The biggest group of immigrants are Turkish people, starting to move to Germany in the 1950s. Yeah. After the destruction of Germany, Second World War, they start to rebuild the factories. And because Germany has a long history with the Ottoman Empire, they invited a lot of people from small villages in Turkey. Yeah. So that's why we have Turkish people from the 3rd and 4th generation who are born in Germany. Yeah. So we have a lot of Muslims.
What?
Yeah, that's the first mosque in Germany. Built 1792. This one you can actually call a private mosque. It's not built in the public area, it's built in someone's garden. Okay, yeah. I'm a bit joking. It's a castle garden, okay? So people can visit it. And that's how it looks inside. Yeah, if you look at the dome, yeah, the architectural inspiration for German mosque is often from Turkey. This one, that's from people from the Iranian community. Blue Mosque in Cheeseburger or Hamburg. That's a little village, yeah, but even they have a big Muslim community, so they start collecting money and build their own mosque. That's the biggest one. That's in Köln. Yeah. The architect is half German, half Turkish. Yeah. His father is German, his father is Turkish, his mother is German. He studied architecture in Germany. My friend. The architecture has some very special thing. If you look at the windows, look at the window.
I look.
Can you find the name of Allah written in the window? Look at the window. Anyone can see it? Okay, let me help you. If you follow this window, no problem. No problem. Did you have a question? Are you mad at me? You marah-marah with me. I'm sorry. Minta maaf. You have a question? That's the inside. Looks very nice. A lot of windows. Yeah, not windows were. Yeah, because Germany is a Christian nation, it's not easy to build new mosques. The majority of German mosques look like this. Normal houses are bought and then they use it as a mosque. Yeah. The inside looks like this. Maybe interesting for some of you. What about the prayer times? Yeah. You live very close to the equator, yeah, so the summer and winter, the times are very close to each other. Yeah. Different in Northern Europe. And that's in the winter. Yeah. If you're fasting in winter in Germany, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. How about in the summer? Can you survive a Ramadan, a month of Ramadan in the summer? Is there halal food in Germany? Of course. Number one fast food in Germany. It's not croissant, it's not pizza, not sausage, not burger. It's kebab actually. But it's very different from kebab in Indonesia because in Germany the Turkish people are selling authentic kebab, which looks like this. You hungry? The taste is very good. Now you can usually choose between chicken and beef. It's between some places they make their own bread fresh. You have a nice sauce with spicy mayonnaise, with garlic or yogurt. It's one big portion. It's not just a snack like in Indonesia. It's one full portion. When I come from junior high school, after school, at least once or twice a week, I buy this on the way home. And my mother will, we have food at home. You know yourself, right? So that's a supermarket chain also. The owner is Turkish. You can buy halal food. Like beef, lamb, giraffe, no giraffe, chicken, lamb, goat. Indonesian und Südostasien Shop. Lebensmittel und Geschenkartikel. The owner of the shop, he came to Germany more than 10 years ago, even maybe more than 15 years ago. He studied in a German university, but he didn't want to go home because maybe he think Indonesia is so hot. So he worked in Germany, collected money after studying, and then he opened his own shop. Yeah? Now he's still living there, the owner of his shop. And that's how it looks now. More modern design. if you ever go to Germany and you get homesick, there is some medicine to cure your homesickness. You can buy Kropok, you can even buy Indomie. If the German food is not spicy enough, you can buy some This already fun festivals. I think we don't have enough time for fun festivals. Just mentioning Oktoberfest, you know?
Yes.
It's a big party. What do you think? When starts the Oktoberfest? September. It ends in October, because it's a celebration for the farmers. In Germany, the last harvest is in September, because it gets cold and the ground and soil gets so hard, nothing will grow in the ground anymore. We cannot watch the video, it's funny. The most sold food on the Oktoberfest is this grilled chicken. Maybe around more than 2 million chickens are sold in 6 weeks. 2 million chickens. Oh, chickens. Something I like even more.
What is that?
That's not pork. That's a whole cow. Sorry, I forgot I have a microphone. That's a whole cow. It's very delicious. You get it in a sandwich. Christmas market. Also very nice. Okay, this video is short. Maybe we can watch this. Christmas market. I won. Many people sell homemade products made from wood, traditional toys made from wood or from walnut shells, traditional German food, Nürnberger Bratwurst, Depan, a lot of letters. It's already very cold. Your Christian, this is for you. Christmas market, very beautiful. Okay, how about some German food? Some of it you already know. You know in a different way. Pretzel. Pretzel, most of the time it's for breakfast. When I go to school, even in elementary school, before school I buy a pretzel. And when it's freshly baked, usually they cut it in half with some butter, then you can choose with cheese, sausage, or if you like it sweet, with some marmalade or slay. Of course, Bratwurst. Bratwurst with sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is fermented cabbage. What else? Do you have fermented cabbage in Asia? Kimchi. That's German kimchi. What's that? That's not tatar jagung. That's not tempeh goreng. That's not ote-ote. That's rusty. Or in English you call it hash browns. Oh. In Indonesia, your main carbo is rice. In Europe, most of the carbo is potato. Eintop, that's nothing sweet. Eintop, if you translate into English, it means one pot. Because all the ingredients are thrown in one pot. That is food for cold weather. Yeah, you can call it katsu. In Germany, we call it schnitzel. Made from pork or chicken or veal. What is veal? Veal is the baby cow. Oh, don't say, oh, it's delicious. Do you eat lamb? That's baby sheep. Oh, but it's so delicious, yeah. I would call it the German udon noodles. It's made also from flour and egg. Usually it's a side dish you can eat with schnitzel. Rendang. Maybe that's the German version of rendang. We call it roulade. That's very thinly sliced beef. Then you use mustard, seasoning, use bacon, pickled cucumbers, small pickled cucumbers, and then you roll it together. That's why roulade, because you roll it. You cook it for 2 hours and then it's very soft. You don't need teeth to eat it. This one is roast beef. That's usually food you eat on Sunday, when the parents don't work and the mother has time to cook. Everyone has lunch together. Black forest cake. But different with Indonesia. The most important ingredient for black forest cake are cherries. Because the Black Forest region is very famous for having cherries. Really big and dark, sweet cherries. This one, it's sweet. In German we call it Apfelstrudel. Apfelstrudel in Germany, Apfelstrudel. It's a dessert. Usually, most major ingredient, of course, apple and raisins. The best way to eat it, some like to eat it with a vanilla sauce, but if you are cool, if you're a legend, you eat it with one big ball of vanilla ice cream. The apple strudel steaming hot and with a cold, cool ball of ice cream, perfect combination. Some interesting German inventions. Adidas. Founded by two brothers. The big brother, his name is Adolf. Like in Indonesia, if your name is very long, they will cut your name, right? Make it shorter. Same with Germany. If your name is Adolf, they call you Adi. And his family name is Dassler. So Adidas. Like, do you have siblings? Do you always love your sibling all the time? Like every sibling, he and his brother, they were fighting one day. Different ideas, whatever. The smaller brother said, I make my own company. He moved a little bit further away and he opened his own factory named Puma. Two brothers, same little village, different companies. Start because of a rivalry. Airbag, invention in Germany. I hope you will never need it. Aspirin, pain medicine or for headaches. The car invented in Germany by Mercedes and Daimler. That's the first bicycle. Made completely from wood. The outside of the wheel, it's a very thin layer of metal. If you drive on the stone, so the wood doesn't break easy. Book printing. Before 1450, every book that you read, was written by hand. Now everyone just printing, fast, fast. Chip cards,
Yeah.
computer, the programmable computer.
Python.
Contact lens, already in 1887, but the first lenses were not really practical. They were still made from glass because plastic didn't exist back then. Very important, gummy bears from Haribo. Helicopter, jeans. In America, they say Levi, but the founder, the inventor was born in Germany. It's a Jew. His name is Levi Strauss. Strauss, you can say Blumenstrauss like a bouquet, or like the animal Strauss, ostrich.
Hilda.
He invented it when he moved to California. The jet engine, producing engines, that's also part of my old job in Germany, producing parts. I'm not a teacher. I started to become a teacher in Indonesia. Before I was a mechanical engineer. Kindergarten, invented during the Industrial Revolution. In this time, because the diesel engine helped to get electricity even to small factories in the rural parts. So many jobs were invented, and even women have to work. And so they needed a place where the children can be safe and still have a nice environment. Motorcycle, of course, very important for everyone, daily transportation. MP3, the format, nuclear fusion, making nuclear power plants cheap and save energy, but also some people use it to build something destructive. The refrigerator, very important for everyday life. Some beautiful landscapes. That's actually the Black Forest. This is part of the Black Forest. It's very black, right? Yes. My family, some parts of my family live in this area. Again, from a different perspective, you can see the mountains, the Alp mountains in Swiss and Austria. Ooh, that's the Rhine River. The stuff that grows at the edge of the Rhine River, those are grapes. But those grapes aren't used for eating. They are used for making a very refreshing drink called wine. White wine in particular. This is in the central eastern part of Germany, in the Saxonia. They call it the Saxon Swiss. This is in Bavaria. I've been to this place. It's very nice, very quiet for making holiday. That's a big lake. The name of the lake is Königssee, or the King's Lake. Many people go there for relaxing, hiking, just stay at the holiday, enjoy the fresh air, the good view. Very, very clean water, very big fishes to fish, hiking. Okay, something funny about Germany. Long words. Germany is a scientific language. Before the Second World War, the German dictionaries had more than almost 2 million words. Different combination of words that give a very precise description of something. For example, one of the shorter ones is this. The meaning of the word is regulation requiring a prescription for an anesthetic. Or in German, Betäubungsmittelverschreibungsverordnung. It's one word and it gives you a very clear description of something. There are longer ones. This one is in the Guinness Book of World Records. Who wants to try to pronounce it? just try to pronounce it. It's okay.
The round is part select screens pattern hope to tell district often pinto. It is the sound.
Not bad. Give applause to your friend, please. Not bad. The meaning of the word is association of subordinate officials of the head office management of the Danube Steamboat Electrical Services. Steamboat. Or in short terms, Donaudampfschifffahrts Elektrizität Hauptbetriebswerkbau unter Beamtengesellschaft. They just made this word up because they wanted to have the longest word for the Guinness Book of Records. This is where the word comes from. This is actually used. This is a job description. The meaning is Danube. Danube is one of the longest rivers in Europe. It goes through a lot of countries. Danube Steamship Company Captain. It's a job description. Donaudampfschifffahrtsgesellschaftskapitän. If you're a steamship captain, that's your job description. You need a very long take. Okay, we still have some time for questions? Okay, I think that's all from me now. You just have a little bit time, but if you have some questions, you can ask them now. Your teacher will give you some extra points if you are brave enough, right?
Yeah.
If you have questions, you will get extra points. Let me drink first, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me introduce myself. My name is Nicholas. You can call me Ray. You can call me Ray, sir.
Slow down.
My question is, does Germany have a subway? Because in a lot of country, it's very common to having a subway, but not in Indonesia. Thank you.
You mean Subway sandwich?
No, sorry.
Subway for transportation,
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the big cities, they have subways, yeah. It's a big investment, but it's one way to drive across the city very fast because it doesn't matter if there is traffic jam upstairs, you can still go across the city very fast. So every big city has subway. It's very important for the infrastructure.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My name is Agil. So I want to ask about the castle. That is can be buy at €1.
Yes.
So what if and the castle is for the kings and the family of the queens and the prince and princess for sleep at there. So what castle so many at there, or there is so many kings or only one king? So why there is so many castle at there? Thank you.
A long time ago, there were a lot of kings, or not just kings, but a lot of monarchy. Yeah, that's why many people who had money, they built their castles. But now there is no monarchy anymore. They are not important for the government. Yeah, so Many castles are sold for €1 for one reason. Yeah. So people who can invest in it, they can rebuild the castle or renovate it. So it's part of the German heritage. So the heritage doesn't get lost. That's why the government wants to sell them so cheap. But if you buy one, you must renovate it. Yeah? You must make it look like in the past. Yeah. But you can make it into a hotel, you can make it into a big restaurant or something, so you can still earn money from it. Yeah. So you not just throw your money away and I have a castle. You can still make money with it, right? But it must be renovated so it looks like in the old times. Yeah. You're welcome. Good question.
Okay, for the next. Come
Ya,
Get your easy points.
Come on.
di sini ya boleh. Biar kelihatan yang
Hello, sir. My name is Michelle, and I'm gonna ask 2 questions. Are there still people who has royal blood in German? And if they do have royal blood, do people still treat them as royals?
Of course, there are still people from royal heritage, but in Germany we call them. They are useless people actually. Really, because they don't produce anything. They are not important for the economy. Most of them, they just took money from the normal people, like taxation, which is theft. So maybe some people who are not that smart still treat them like, oh, you're royalty. But most of people, we don't care about them because they don't help to make our lives better. Most of them did the opposite, make the people's lives more difficult. They are still, but we don't care about them.
But do they still live in mansions or castle or get special treatments?
If they were smart enough to save some of the money that they robbed from others, yeah, they still have a lot of money because they still can invest it in stocks and whatever. But most of them, they don't get anything from the people. Not like the British ones.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Yeah.
One more question maybe? Okay. One more question.
The last question for my friend.
Yes. Oh yeah. The last question. You.
One question.
Good afternoon, Mr. and Nando. I have something about the Autobahn. Like there's a company in Germany like Mercedes and BMW, Audi, Porsche. Do they test their cars in the Autobahn? Do they test their cars in Autobahn?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why the highways or Autobahn, they are one of the reasons why a lot of Autobahn doesn't have tempo limits. Yeah? Because they want to save money, they don't want to spend money or building a racetrack where they can check the engine if it's strong enough. Yeah? That's why if you have money, you can buy politicians, right? It's same in Germany as in Indonesia. Politicians can be bought. Yeah? That's why they invested money to the politicians, and the politicians make regulation parts of the highway can be used without tempo limit. So they still testing the high-end models on the Autobahn, like Mercedes AMG or Black Rocket and Porsche GT. They still test it on the highway.
Can I ask one more question about the?
You ask, can I have? I thought he want a Porsche or that.
No, I don't want to ask about how to pronounce the correct pronunciation of German's famous racetrack Nürburgring.
Yeah. Nürburgring. Nürburgring.
So that's it. Thank you, Mr.
It's a show.
Okay, for the last question. Yeah.
Stefano, please.
Yeah.
He's running away.
I will ask about the big club football in the Germany. I think Bayern Munchen is the big club in the Germany, but effect economy, yes, effect economy Bayern Munchen in Germany.
Good question. Bayern München is one of the biggest clubs in the Champions League, which has no debt. They are debt free. All Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester, they have all debt. Bayern Munich is very good economically. They don't have any debt. And they are also very good for the tourism during Champions League, whatever. Many tourists come to Munich, visit the city, bring money to the city. Yeah, good point.
Thank you, Mr.
I thank you, Fernando. Okay, I hope all of you had fun. The most of you didn't fall asleep. I hope the sleep was enjoyable. You're happy? I've seen you. It's okay. It's okay. At least you are fit now. Okay, thank you for your time. I hope you had a little bit fun today. I wish you a nice day and a nice weekend. Thank you for your time. Goodbye. And in Germany we say, tschüss. Tschüss. Okay.